Crisis proves character. South Africa, 1995, a country standing at the crossroads of history, a nation on the brink of transformation. We were a nation fractured, torn apart by decades of institutionalized racism and segregation. Apartheid's grip had loosened, but its scars remained. The remnants of a painful past were still visible in every corner of society. Black and white, we lived separate lives. Our neighborhoods, our schools, our very existence was divided by an invisible yet palpable line. The Springboks, our rugby team, were a symbol of this divide. To many they were a representation of the old regime. For many they represented a painful past. The team was seen as an emblem of exclusion and division. The 1995 Rugby World Cup was upon us. It was more than just a tournament. It was a moment of reckoning. It was a chance to show the world a new South Africa. A chance to demonstrate that we could rise above our past and forge a new path forward. But first we had to confront our own demons. We had to heal. The wounds of apartheid were deep, and the journey to reconciliation was just beginning. Rugby was a white man's sport. It was a game that had long been associated with privilege and exclusion. Now it was asked to unite a nation. The sport that once divided us was now being called upon to bring us together. Could a game bridge the chasm of our past? Could the Springboks become a symbol of unity and hope for a fractured nation? The world was watching, and so were we. The Springboks, then, were not a symbol of unity. They were a reminder of our differences. Most of the team had never played with a black player before. Chester Williams, one of the few black players, knew this struggle well.
I carried the hopes of millions on my shoulders. Every game was a battle against prejudice, a fight for acceptance.
The team faced skepticism, even hostility. They were doubted, underestimated, but they were determined. They were playing for something bigger than themselves. The team embarked on a journey of understanding. They visited townships, once forbidden territories. They listened to stories of hardship and resilience. They saw the pain of the past firsthand. There were moments of tension, of awkwardness, but there were also moments of connection, of shared humanity. They learned to see each other not as black or white, but as South Africans. The team began to gel on and off the field. They realized they were fighting the same battle. They were united by a common goal to make their nation proud.
Crisis proves character. Mandela and PNR, architects of unity. Their partnership was more than just a meeting of minds. It was a convergence of hearts and spirits, aimed at healing a divided nation. Two figures stood tall during this time. Nelson Mandela, our newly elected president, and Francois Pienaar, the Springbok captain. Their collaboration was a beacon of hope.
Mandela, an icon of peace and forgiveness, saw the power of sport. He believed that rugby could be a tool for unity, a way to bring people together. He knew it could heal old wounds. The sport had the potential to bridge the gap between communities that had long been divided.
Pienaar, a leader on the field, embraced Mandela's vision. He saw the bigger picture and understood the importance of this mission. He understood the weight of expectation. The responsibility was immense, but he was ready to shoulder it for the greater good.
He led his team with courage and conviction. His leadership was not just about winning games, but about uniting a nation. Together they inspired a nation. Their efforts showed that unity was possible, even in the face of deep-seated divisions.
Mandela, in his Springbok jersey, became a symbol of reconciliation. His gesture was a powerful statement of unity and forgiveness. Pienaar, lifting the World Cup, embodied the triumph of hope over despair. Their story remains a testament to the power of collaboration and the enduring spirit of unity. The final was more than just a game. It was a moment of truth. The Springboks faced the mighty All Blacks, a team that represented more than just rugby to South Africans. Beating them seemed impossible.
The nation held its breath as Joel Stransky lined up for a drop goal. The ball sailed through the posts. South Africa had won.
The streets erupted in jubilation. Black and white, we celebrated as one. For that moment, all our differences faded away. We were simply South Africans, united in victory.
The 1995 Rugby World Cup was a watershed moment in the history of South Africa. It showed the world that South Africa could move on from its past, leaving behind the shadows of apartheid. It proved that sport could be a force for good, uniting people from all walks of life. But the real victory was not on the scoreboard. It was in the hearts and minds of millions. It was in the hearts of millions who felt a renewed sense of hope and unity. It was the beginning of a new journey, a journey of healing and reconciliation, led by the iconic Nelson Mandela. The legacy of the 1995 Springboks lives on, reminding us of the power of unity and collective effort. They taught us that unity is not about forgetting the past, but about learning from it and moving forward together. It's about embracing our differences, celebrating our diversity, and working together towards a shared future filled with promise and possibility.